They hoping we live young and die fast. Huh. They feel we take over the game. They feel we take over the game. I bought a deal and poodles. I put the shrimp in the noodles. I gave you love like a guru. I seen the will in the wave.
But long story short, I'm like what you said, like ain't nobody we are part of this grand body, you know what I'm saying? So
Exactly.
it should never be no mentality like somebody gotta be under somebody or whatever the case may be. Because when it all boiled down to it, Nova Drylee said you are part, and said partial of this government. You know, you are, he says that. So you know what I'm saying? People need to honor that, even if they do hold a position, or even if you is holding a position, let's carry yourself as a leader. You need to humble yourself to understand that your body is what make you up too. And then another thing, go ahead.
Still a head and still a member at the same time. You operating in a trustee position, but you still a member.
That's what I'm saying, because the prophet is really the true head of the temple, even after death.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So people have to get an overstanding of that. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody could come along and, imitate the prophet just as good as he did and come with something a little deeper. So be it, but ain't nobody did that yet. But you know what I'm saying? But at all phases, you got to give honors to the prophet and everything he said, not just picking and choosing what you want to say because you want somebody to follow behind you, or you want somebody up under you, or you trying to incorporate this with this. That's confusion. God don't, what they say, God don't send no confusion. You know what I'm saying? It need to be stable, and everything need to be grounded. Like I said, I don't mind operating with no temper, but like I say, we recording, so I ain't gonna do no name dropping. But Chief, the chief or whatever, bro, he gave me the rundown. My thing was with me falling back on that phase is when he gave me the breakdown of who the charters was passed down to. And Mo, he been in this movie 20, 30 years. He know what he talking about now. You know what I'm saying? He done met Bobby Hemmett in person and all type of stuff. But like you say, I ain't gonna do no name drop or whatever, but because I'm trying to remain honorable. But let me see. I'm looking up the text message now, Mo. I'm looking up the text message now. I'm gonna remember it until I can okay. This how it went. All right, this is the text message. I'm chopping it over Mo. He said, Emilia was chosen by Noble Drew Ali as a successor. We know that because we see his name in the paperwork. All right. There's a court case confirming this. Bailey L was Emily L's grandson who received appointment from his grandfather. All right. Grand National Sheik Kevin Dandridge L. I ain't gonna say his name. Grand National Sheik Dandridge L. Was passed the torch from Bailey L. You know what I'm saying? I don't know this Mo, but I'm just speaking on what's said. You know what I'm saying? Cause people just be thinking that because boys that we deal with because they going to indigenous and international tribal route, like people don't be tapped in with temples and stuff. We always got to pay honors to the temple, especially if it's operating right and they using gold and silver and they not using fiat and all that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? And
see, I don't knock the tribal. I don't knock a man working out here by in the movement on their own. My thing is, as you progress, everything begins with the temple. So it shouldn't be nothing for you to donate back to the temple. Now, I'm talking about from a monetary standpoint.
Yeah.
Now you should always give honors to the temple. Ain't nothing. People be knocking the temple. Ain't nothing wrong with the temple. I totally agree with you.
Go ahead.
There's some things that the temple can do that a man can't do individually by himself.
Yep.
I mean, that's just how I look at it.
Yeah, but like I said, and I done heard it from other moles. I done heard it from people on videos and shit too. It's just a lot of RICO and embezzlement going on. You know what I'm saying? Just like people gotta understand, when you got the righteous out here, when the righteous multiply, the righteous probably multiply at a medium rate. But when the righteous multiply, best believe that that the mock and the distorted energies or the dark energies of the ethers, they multiplying just as fast, just like the Matrix.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's what's going on. Like everything multiplying. So people just always got to keep in mind, like we just want to move right and pay honor. We want to pay honors to the prophet. No, I ain't worried about. I am worried about it at the same time. I'm not too much worried about somebody from the temple may feel some type of way about me saying something. Like I said, I pay honors to the temple, but people need to be honest and admit that it is a lot of RICO and embezzlement going on. And a lot of people start temples and running them like a church. And I had to bring all that up because with people back then betraying the prophet back then. He said it out of his own mouth.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So, but as far as that go, I just want to do my part and contribute into the movement. And I feel like, when we doing, hopping on YouTube or doing whatever and then reading straight from the material I got, I feel like that's a good start for me. Cause you know what I'm saying? One thing about me, I ain't finna be moving with no gun and I don't know how to work it. I can't do that. I'm not finna move around with something I don't know how to operate and I ain't got the ins and outs. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm gonna pay somebody to do a service for me, I'm gonna understand every part of this service that they did for me. That's just how it
That's
goes.
how it's supposed to be.
Mm-hmm. When I know, oh yeah, we'll do this right here. You can do this right here. Go down to so and so, and they'll give you this. Okay, have you done it before? Since you telling me this, have you done it? Like I'm just saying, I'm just being 1,000, cause
Right. That's how you supposed to be.
Like shit.
Man's supposed to be able to walk you through that.
Yeah, all the way.
You done did it, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So to tell you what's up, that's what I'm saying.
I did this. Yeah, I did that.
Mm-hmm. So that's what I'm saying. Like what I say I can walk a person. If a person come 30%, I might can walk them 70. You know what I'm saying? But that last 30, you got to walk by yourself. I'm gonna give you an understanding, but when I get you to that 70, you supposed to get an understanding of everything that's going on. Once I give you that 70%, that 70% supposed to help you figure out that last 30 type of deal. Just kind of talking in the parable in a way, but yeah. So it's just like I want to be able to move. I'm just trying to, like I say, it's respect to the prophet. I'm trying to do what I do in this movement or whatever and make my contribution. This might be his spirit putting these thoughts in my head. You know what I'm saying? He was an earth sign, he was Capricorn, I'm a Virgo. That's what they say. A lot of people they be saying, oh, well, nobody really know when the real prophet birthday was, but you're probably right. But how we all know that just more confusion that got created after he passed. You just never know. A lot of shit that been rewrote and touched up, you know what I'm saying, since he didn't pass. So, but yeah, that's that though. Let me see, what was I looking at earlier? I was reading the Black's Law Dictionary, 69th edition. Boy, they got some stuff in here. I'm talking about Mo. I say they got some stuff up in here.
And which edition is that?
It's the 9th edition I'm reading. I don't know if it's the latest edition, but it's the not addiction, edition.
Edition, yeah.
Yeah, edition. That I done seen. This 9th edition. Let me go and go. Yeah. Let me see what's going on. Let's see what's the latest one. I don't know what but I'm starting to understand why people say like you gotta look up the law for the day, because they do change stuff and whatever. They trying to keep it to where when people catch on, they want to make them feel confused, like, oh, you thought you had it, but you didn't. Oh, yeah, son of a bitch, I got it. You ain't confusing me like that. You can get the next dummy, but you can't do these. Yeah. You can't do us these new Moors like that. You can't do us like that. Let me see. Oh well. Latest. And this all you're gonna see me doing in my video. I'm jumping in and out of stuff, jumping in, looking stuff up. The way can't nobody say nothing I'm saying false. Can't say nothing. I said nothing. I'm doing what other people do, reading from some. Yeah, all the greats do it. Latest edition. So, Black's law. Let's see what it's gonna say. It should answer. It should tell me. I'm trying to see what's the edition. No, they ain't saying no name. Okay, so we got the 11. You know what I'm saying? That's what I got is the 9th, and then they got the 11th edition.
Yeah.
But just even reading Black's Law 9th edition, it ain't just too far off. Like, man, you got so many different definitions for a state, bro. Like this law, man, what? A state by courtesy, a state by allegiance, elegant, or whatever. Then it's this I think it's right early, but early my shit was going from like bottom to top, like the beginning of the of it was at the bottom, and I had to work my way up. But man, so many definitions. I need to email this to you, Mo. I got this off over Shango Hill site. You know what I'm saying? Utilizing this, a lot of info on there. Adjusted gross estate. The person's definition. They got so many definitions of everything. Like you get to look at this. Yeah, this the 9th edition. Yup. European currency unit. A lot of stuff. Like I say, a lot of these people they making these laws and they basing these laws off of I guess from like old English laws and stuff like that. That's what all this stuff based off of. And that's why I be saying like people gotta I say it's good for people need to understand they esoteric connection to all this stuff so they can understand how these folks came up with these laws, huh?
Hey, look up exclude or right to exclude.
Right to exclude. Let me see what they say. Let me see. It said right to exclude. Okay, so that's gonna be up under the R's.
What website? That's on which website?
This on bro website.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you gotta go look in the law section or whatever and pull it up. We'll tour around our website.
Man, he got a lot of information on that website too.
Hey.
He got some cracking on that joker.
Hey, that's why he called it one of them documents. He called one of them documents the cracking. Just right. Like the movie Clash of the Titans. Hey, that truth.
Yeah.
If you could put that truth in the form of like a monster or a creature or something.
That's that monster, yeah.
Boy, you don't want to play with that monster of truth, boy. I'm telling you. Because look here. What would you say? Right to exclude. That's what we looking up.
Yeah, right to exclude.
Yeah, man. That truth ain't nothing to play with.
And it is a monster, man. It'll tear some folks up, man, if they ain't ready for it.
Let me see. Right to exclude. Let me see. I'm telling my bro, I was trying to stroll in with my mouse. I'm like, bro, they got so many words that start with R-E. I done jumped up into the S's. Let me pull it back up. Let me see. I done jumped up into the S. Pull it up. Yeah, I want to pull up that Bible scripture too. That scripture that talk about preparation. Pull it up in a minute. People be taking this stuff they take this stuff so literal. They ain't got no esoteric understanding. This stuff simple. Oh man, we're all it takes for all this stuff is you willing to read, sit down, and break it down in your own head. That's all it takes. Oh boy, there's so many pages in these dictionaries. But I can imagine how thick this dictionary is. Soon when I come up on some little extra little fiat to play with, I'm gonna start me a little library, start buying into these books.
I mean, everybody should have a library, man. There used to be a time when everybody had one.
That's what I'm saying. That's what we need to get to. Because really, I'm sitting up here thinking the deeper and deeper I get into this information, keep digging, we're gonna have to, the people who at top sit in their office all day and they write stuff, type up stuff, review paperwork, send stuff out, send off notices. That's the type.
It's gonna take time.
It take time. Like it take time. It took time for me to get that for me to get my proclamation back, but it's worth it. I understand everything up in there. Come on now. Okay, they talking about right we looking for a right to.
Exclude.
Yeah, right to petition. We just passed it. I'm gonna say a patentee's right to prevent others from making, use, and selling or offering for sale the patentee's invention. If our ancestors read back in the day.
Yeah, right.
That's what I'm saying. Rights, I'm gonna say a right to know act, a federal state statute requirement businesses such as chemical manufacturers that produce hazardous substances to disclose information about the substances both to the community where they are produced or stored and to employees who handle them. I also term right to know statute. Okay. Made me think about that Pope they be out here getting.
They go up there the right to petition.
It's right here.
Yeah.
The constitutional right guaranteed by the First Amendment of the people to make formal requests to the government as by lobbying or writing letters to
public officials.
That might, hey, you might be putting something together for what you need to do, huh?
You already know it.
yeah, I already know it. That's what it's here for. Matter of fact, man, it's gonna send it as a Google Drive.
Right to rescind.
Yep. Hey, it's here. All of it is here. Let me go over here to Black's Law 6. Oh man, this maritime law. These maritime there. Oh man. Oh man. Oh Mo. Look here. Contract relating to business or navigation. You got the case law there. A contract whose subject matter, we know what that means, has relation to the navigation of seas or to trade or commerce to be conducted by the navigation or to be done upon the sea or in ports. One having reference to maritime services or maritime transactions. Meru, I don't know how to pronounce that, but yeah, well, they cold. That's why I say when you understand them certain terms like maritime and all that, and you see certain stuff for admiralty, when you see them words, they be ringing bells in your head. Like, they ring bells, man. Especially you understand is how they operate and the reason them creating birth certificates and all that. Let me see if they look. Right patent, right away, right to dialogues. See, right of subjugation, right to work laws. See, now this the 6th edition now.
Right.
It's the 6th edition. Now we in the rights or whatever of everything that they got. But you look over here in the 9th edition. The 9th edition, boy, they bust everything down. Let me see how many pages on this. Let's say 19. This will say 1670. This will say 1,943. You know they ain't doing no plan. They ain't doing no plan whatsoever. When you had called me earlier, it was something I needed to look up. Some in regards to what you had going. I know something I can pull up. Document. But I was looking up what I'm looking up important forms of notice. Arkansas Code. Boom. Gotta look at the Arkansas Code. Title 21, Public Officers and Employees. Chapter 2, Commission, Oath, and Bond. General Provisions, Administration of Oaths. The governor shall take the oath of office before a judge, justice or judge of the Supreme Court, Court of Appeals, Circuit Court, the county clerk, the clerk of the county court, the Circuit Court, the justices of the Supreme Court, judges of the Court of Appeals, judges of Circuit Courts. It's just talking about the governor, the justice, or whoever. All officers shall take their oaths before the Secretary of State, justice or judge, Supreme Court, clerk of the county court, clerk of the court, circuit court, the justice of peace, the clerk of a city of the first class.
All of them trustees.
That's what I'm saying, exactly. They just try to split it up. All right. They got oaths. They got shit they got to uphold. But see, I want to go to this Arkansas Constitution though, but I pulled some up out of there. I was just reading that whole section because people always talk about the Arkansas the United States Constitution. It's the same thing, I think. Download the same thing twice on accident. Public employees. Let me see. Oh yeah, the official bonds of all states, county, district, all. I ain't say Pulaski County, all. No matter what county, what city, state. Required by law to furnish officials shall be executed by those officials. As principals shall be executed by some surety company authorized to do businesses in Arkansas as surety. All right. The official bonds of all state officers covered by subsection A of this section shall be filed in the offices of Secretary of State and the Auditor of the State, with the original being filed in the Secretary of State and the true correct copy thereof filed in the Auditor of the State. The official bonds of all county officers covered by subsections of this section shall be filed in the office of their recorder in the county in which officers are elected or appointed. The official bonds of all district officers covered by subsection A of this section shall be filed in the office of the recorder of the county in which the district officer resides. All right. Nobody care about some of these codes may not be the most recent version. That's the most recent I pulled up when I went online and pulled it up. They ain't telling me nothing. So let me see what else I got up on here. I got something about the private people that ain't right. These folks violating a lot of stuff. That's why I say this is why we will reclassify yourself is important, because of the simple fact that you got a different protection now. If you ain't, how you gonna get some protection if you ain't got no accurate national identity?
So you ain't. You only looking at this property. They're looking at you as a corporation, which they saying that they have jurisdiction over.
That's what I'm saying. Where is it at, bro?
That is being domesticated.
Yep, domesticated. Yep. Performing leaning on somebody. Now this code right here, they violate this every day. I'm gonna let you read it a little bit. You see it. Hold on, I'm put this other one up. They violating it every day, both of them. The privation of rights. They doing all this conspiracy against rights.
And there was 3 of them.
See what I'm saying? This is why I say that's why I say like it's good for people to be skilled in this side of the information. You know what I'm saying? It's why it's important, because it's simple fact. This is your defense mechanism. Stand your square.
Look at this. It says, if 2 or more persons go in disguise on a highway, what is a uniform if it ain't a disguise?
A disguise.
Yeah, a uniform is a disguise.
That's what I mentioned that in my video. I mentioned in the I think that's not something to be doing on YouTube, uploading this video, but I mentioned that in a video that I'm gonna stop the share for a second. I had mentioned that in this video about how you got like a lounge, like you got a suite, right? Like a hotel suite, right?
Mm-hmm.
But in the base letter of suite is suit. And then you got like a suitcase, all right, something that you carry your belongings in or whatever, or components or whatever you wanna, you know what I'm saying? And then you have what you call a lawsuit suitcase. You just call a case.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? Matter of fact,
Case closed.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, oh, let me see. I'm gonna pull this up in the center. Let me start to upload this video. They done fucked up now. They done fucked up big time, but yeah, lawsuit, suitcase. When you think about, and the reason I had to mention a hotel or just a suite period, like a suite in the arena, Because what is it that they do to that suite when you go in there and look at it? What you do when you go to work? What you got to put on before you leave the house?
Suit.
You got to dress up.
Dress up, yeah.
They dressing everything up. It's a dress up game.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like
Lights, camera, action.
lights, camera, action. This is what you see. You speaking about the skies. They talking about uniform, commercial, code, aka if you want to break it down on the astrological aspect, universal celestial code. So they dressing up to do commerce. You in the form of codes and statutes or whatever. Really banking, shipping, water, sea, navigation, water. See, I'm gonna tell you some. When we was in that chat, I'm gonna say whatever. We was in that chat. It was in the chat one time. We was all on that video call, and who was that? What's my name? Burgers L.
Yeah.
We all was offended because certain people was offended because we following, we ain't gonna say following, but we on the ship of one person that's steering the ship. But Burgers L really had low key saying some deep shit, and he said some real shit. Now you don't.
Oh yeah, he will. He always do.
When you don't understand it, you gonna feel some type of way. When you understand it now, he was on point. And as he was saying, we was behind. He said we have to sail our ship. That's true. Because when you look up a definition of more, they give you like pretty much like anchoring down the ship. Hold on, let me get this. Hold on, let me see something. Let me see just right here. Let me see. 19. He was saying something like he said we need to sell our shit, and he right. Moors when there's always on the land. You know what I'm saying? You had the Riffian Moors or whatever. We had pirates and stuff that operated on the water. You know what I'm saying? That's what we let them do. And that's why I had to come up with the treaty of peace of friendship. Now when you kind of think about it, because
they just flipping it on them. It's a flip.
But the Moors was terrorizing them Britishmen. We terrorizing their ass. You don't think we was? You think we wasn't when we was? Shit. Come on now. But he was saying some deep stuff though. I'm gonna say peace, love. Like, hold on. Trying to get this video low. While I'm on here, I don't want this video to be low. Let's see. All right. About I'm just coming up with some type of. See next. See all the other stuff later. No. What I need to do all that for? Save or public. Set as an instant premiere. Sure you can. All right. We got that going. It's gonna take a minute anyway. Yeah, just say I got 2 hours. While I'm at downtown, I got a good connection on this Wi-Fi, so it might go fast. All right, let me pop the screen back on. All right, gotta go and get that video going. All right, now what about reading this PDF? Talking about we talking about everything that they do, how they move, and then what I was gonna break down is when I was mentioning about Burgers Hill. Let me see. You know, they got different definitions, and that definition, the more that they give is like a verb definition. Let me see. And this is why what he was saying kind of made sense. Now that the more I get deep into it, let me see. All right, a noun, they say a British term, a tract of open, uncultivated upland, a heath. All right, anyway, more translations. German.
So they saying you a heathen then.
Huh?
So they saying you a heathen.
Yeah, heath. I don't know. Depending on what heath mean.
Oh well, the word heathen comes from heath.
Real. Yeah.
You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah.
The word heathen comes from heath, and they want to say that a heathen is somebody that's unlearned or that's out in the woods, that's uncivilized.
Yeah, but it's a British definition, and then it's a noun. You got with certain definitions or whatever. You got the noun, verb. Then they got the language of the German might have gave this definition of it, and then the British might have gave this definition of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me see. Like the British, what they say? Old Germanic. That what they trying to say? They keep okay. Like this, right here, the verb. Make fast a boat by attaching it by cable or rope to the shore or to an anchor. You see what I'm saying? And then you got another noun, late English or old French. Yeah, the French definition, a member of the Northwestern African Muslim people of mixed Berber and Arab descent. In the 8th century, they conquered the Iberian Peninsula, but they were finally driven out their stronghold. But this here though, birth, dock, similar, birth, dock, fast, anchor, or whatever. You don't hear too many people talk about that, but like, when you understand it, like, when they say sail your ship, that's what they mean. You know what I'm saying? Why prophecy, he said, claim nationality so you can be recognized and take your place amongst the nations of men, or something to that extent, right?
Right.
All right, a heavy, it would say anchor. Look, it still got that more term up in there. It's a heavy object attached to a rope or chain and used to moor a vessel to the sea bottom. A heavy object attached to a rope or chain used to moor a vessel to the sea bottom. Typically, one having a metal shank with a ring at one end for the rope and a pair of curved or barred flukes at the other. All right. So all that shit makes sense. So you got people they be talking about. You got more than talking about. Oh yeah, we trying to stay out that water. We just trying to stay on land. We doing some of everything.
You was supposed to.
You supposed to do some of everything. And them Moors like that, they not 360. That's why I named my video 720 degrees of overstanding.
But look at this though, too. As you were saying that, my mind went to the fact a moor is actually an anchor, right? What an anchor is not doing any good unless it is reaching the bottom of the the riverbed or ocean floor.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So what? When it's touching the bottom of the ocean floor, what is it doing? It's touching what?
Land.
Yes. But it's in water.
But it's in water, but it's touching land because listen,
Yeah,
I'm
right.
finna,
It's touching land.
cause look, I'm finna tell you something. I was watching Aquaman, right?
Right.
And they mentioned something to me. They was talking about how the evil rulers or the, people who overthrew Atlantis or whatever. Pretty much they was trying to separate the water from the land. It was in one of those movies. I think it was Justice League, or it was in one, I think it was Justice League, because Aquaman and DC. And long story short, they was pretty much mentioning in there when they was talking about the tribes, like how they pretty much tried to separate the people from the land and the water, then the gods of some type of deal, and pretty much make them separate when they all really one. That's what they were saying.
Right.
So even when you understand this Moorish information, you see codes in every movie, any movie, especially those superhero movies.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Because we are of the galaxy. We are made of the galaxy, components of the galaxy. You are a star or a soul being or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So with that being said, when you people got mentalities like me and you, we kind of are the guardians of the galaxy, the gatekeepers. But of course, they're gonna slap Europeans in there. They might slap one black person in there. But they trying to put themselves in it or whatever, make themselves seem like but we know what's up.
Well, look at the prophet, man. They got that image of the prophet holding a woman, right?
Yep.
And we always speak about uplifting woman, but he's in water and on land at the same time.
Yep. You just said that. You're right. He is at the same time. At the same time. Yo. Hello? Hold on. Give me a sec. Hold on. Give me just a sec. Hold on. Just hold on. Oh, but yup, he on land and water. That's what he was saying though. But what it was, was just a depiction of people, they like I say, people take stuff so literal, but it really was just a breakdown and you pulling your mind out there lost mentality. Because when you in water, when your mind in water, that means your mind go everywhere. It ain't gonna stop. It's just flowing. That's why you need earth. You need a little bit. It only takes so much earth to hold a lot of water. And then, they got so many of our men with, with these European Christian, patriarchal dominance mentality, where they got to dominate, conquer the woman.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And don't use her, you know what I'm saying? In a way, you really battling against yourself. Because it's like how you gonna do away with the woman?
Right. But then you got some far left women want to question, what's the purpose of a man?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like you battling against yourself.
Yeah, because that's what I be saying. Because it's like all that shit is a mental disorder. Because you fighting against something that you can't even fight against. It's like trying to fight a ghost. Like the
Right.
laws of nature is already here. You can't move it, you can't see it, but you know that them laws in forth and you can see it. You know what I'm saying? Like the first law is mentalism.
Right.
You know, you got people need to understand that. That's the first, everything mental. If ain't no money coming in, you need to put some out. You shouldn't have been thinking on it, you ain't putting nothing out. You got to put it out in rotation for it to come back. Everything is 360, coming to circle, everything go in a circle, circulation. You know, everything is like, it's kind of like a little esotericism and everything. Like literally. So that's what I'm saying. That's all that stuff is a mental disorder, because like the left brain is masculine in nature. Because when you think about the left brain, it's external, and you know, it get information, it's physical, versus with the right brain, you know, it's intuitive, and you know, seek within and introvert, you know what I'm saying, inside, you know what I'm saying? Like that's the signs of a man going to work and a woman staying in the house. That's really how it's supposed to be.
Yeah. Simple.
That's simple. That's what I'm saying. You can apply this shit in trust. You know, the woman is the grantor of life, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the man get out here and do the work, so you can make him like the trustee.
Trustee.
And then, you know, you got the beneficiaries, which is the unborn, you know, who you gonna get the
Where
past.
do you get that from?
Yeah. You said where I get it from?
Where do you get that from?
Mo, it's common sense.
You know, it is so common that, hey, I've been saying that for a long time, man. And you know what? And I don't even know where I got it from. Like it came up like some years ago. I'm like, dang, you know, it's good. I love it when we can vibe, you know, and when you're going, like you said, 360 degrees, and we even go ahead and say 720.
Yeah, you can say 1,080 if you want to. It's all
Right.
nine. It's all
Yeah.
nine.
You know, when you're doing it, it's all gonna touch, right?
Mm-hmm.
All lines are made circles. All straight lines are made circles. You
Mm-hmm.
go from point A to point B when you connect them dots.
And even the square is 360 because it got 490-degree angles.
Exactly. And I mean, that part you just said about the trust, though, that's, you know, it's like simplicity.
That's what I'm saying, because that's, if you look at the aspect of the Bible, you know what I'm saying? Like when he started telling us, you know, certain laws and stuff, that was a trust within itself, just within
Right.
the creation. When he said he gave us dominion,
Dominion.
that's trusteeship.
Even gave you a specific job. Go name the animals.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
honestly, if you're gonna talk about identifying and putting titles or separating, you know, the mass into one thing or this, who actually did the naming of all this? Who said that this was water or that's a tree?
Right. Right. What did they call it back then? Were they even speaking English? So that's why I
Right.
say when you get deep like that, you got people that be trying to put that hex and put that limit on themselves. It's like, yeah, you can't do that. Like, cause it's like everything's so connected, and that's why it's Moorish science. Your body, the temple, and your mind is full of science of, you know, Moorish science, the understanding of everything, how everything correlates, astronomy, geometry, alchemy, whatever. However you want to put it.
I mean, and see, I would say that your mind is actually uh the Ark of the Covenant. It's the Ark. You hear me?
Yep.
You got the cherubim in between there. That's the temple. That's the holies of holies.
You know what you saying?
You know what I'm saying? I mean,
That's what we on here for. I mean, that's what I'm
yeah.
saying. Like,
And we the high priest. We are the high priest.
exactly. So how's something that don't even come directly from the source gonna try to come up with some laws? You see what I'm saying? But then for people that say astrology not important, let me jump into there. We're gonna get back into these rights and all this shit, the color of law and all that. Let me tell you how smooth this is. All I had mentioned this in the video, but it's always when you a teacher. Let me put this out here for anybody who may view this video. Don't if you a teacher, you gotta repeat yourself. All that I'm gonna say something one time and that's it. You need to go on get off the presentation, bro. Cause that ain't even one. Cause I know, cause I was one of them students that if I didn't understand something, I'm gonna ask your ass 8 times. Say, look, bro, look, I know I came to you 5 times already. But what's this shit? What they talking about on this part right here? What's this shit right here talking about? I just need to know, bro. Cause I don't like getting shit wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, like you gotta repeat stuff. So don't ever think like, oh yeah, I'm gonna say this one. Nah, we're not gonna do that. Let me see. Let me see. Profit. It's gonna pull it up.
You know why you looking that up? Just to piggyback on what you were saying, as far as repeating stuff, man. I don't know if you was in any kind of church or other kind of religious.
Of course. That's where we start.
Okay, so how many times did you go Sunday? You went Wednesday. You went to Sunday school. I mean, you hearing the same thing over and over again.
So you ain't had no thirst to go back and ask no questions. Really?
No.
Until you start reading it, but you get to read and ask a question. Oh, he's a devil.
Right.
Nah, move around. That's that slave master shit. Now I'm figuring shit out. I'm the devil. But they sending you to they sending you to they doing the same shit that they did in fucking slavery, bro.
Yeah. You been called a devil?
Go ahead.
You been called a devil?
Mm-mm.
I've been called a devil.
Well, I have before, but it's like
up in the church, bro. I was called the devil, like for real.
Not in no. I ain't gonna say that in no church. I ain't gonna say that. But
no, literally, a deacon. I was telling him like, hey, if the word of God is written on the tables of your heart, why would you need the Bible?
Oh yeah.
And he flat out called me the devil. I'm like, dang, you must be worshiping the Bible then.
That's what I'm saying, and that's what I see. What I'm saying, like, why I got to be the devil because I'm asking questions all of a sudden. Like that don't make no sense to me.
No, it don't.
Go ahead.
The good book tell you, hey, ask and you shall receive. You're supposed to be able to ask the desires of your heart. So I mean, my desire is to know more about the Most High, or know more about the Creator.
Yeah, since you telling me something,
right?
Let me see something. Let me see. Study, show. Let me see. Show yourself approved in the Bible. That's another thing. You study, show yourself approved. So if you want to prove what you're saying, it's 2 Timothy 2:15. You know what I'm saying? If you want to know what's being said, you got to ask questions. Study to show yourself approved unto God, a workman that needed not to be ashamed, rightly divided. Let me see, a workman that needed not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. It said rightly dividing the word of truth. It didn't say rightly, letting you know that you could break this shit down and it all core back to the same truth. Am I right or wrong?
Hey, that sounds right and exact to me.
And I tell people it's 12 zodiac signs for a reason. You think it's 12 of them for a reason? This crystal got 12 different sides to it, and all of them might look different, but they all tested the same crystal.
Yeah. It's still crystal. Yeah.
It's still a crystal. It's like ain't nobody trying to be super, it's about making this shit simple, like simple correlations. Like how did the astrology and compared it to trust in the real world? You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's what I'm saying. Like, come on.
When you work to make the connection, and I'm saying it don't really take a lot of work, so to speak, and to say, hey, you trying to make stuff come together. But if it's already just one, it's already, the universe already interact together. The universe is already in harmony, right? It already got its own time, its own heartbeat. Everything is interconnected. Then how is it you shouldn't have to force nothing being connected. You should already understand that if you don't see it connected, automatically, you should already know, hey, something's supposed to be connected to this.
Boy, this some crazy shit. I'm listening to you, Mo.
Yeah, I'm just saying, the obvious. I mean, we try to make it like it shouldn't be that difficult.
It shouldn't. But when you got so many years and decades and millennials or whatever you want to say, of people programming these people not to read, and then they make them seem like they free because they came up with this thing called like a birth certificate or a social, where they ain't got to be up on you now.
Mm-hmm.
They can keep up with this shit in the computer system or something because they got these numbers attached to you. You see what I'm saying? Because all this shit about commerce, right?
Right.
Everything about commerce. So everything is in
It's
commerce
bookkeeping.
and your bookkeeper. Commerce in their terms is tax. If you want to be real about it, because that's what everything is. A charge or something you
Mm-hmm.
pay for us a tax. In a way, unless it's something going on between you and another person, as they say civilly.
Right.
So it's like, yeah, like it's a tax, it's commercial. So that's why I say you got so many years and millennials of that, and don't nobody want to say nothing. Then the ones that do say something, like, you know what I'm saying? The ones that do say some people make them like they crazy, but when you can't even get mad because that's how the condition goes. And that's why I be shouting out the Tars, because he make that shit so simple like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't be mad, you just gotta understand what happened, what went down. You know what I'm saying? Just,
True.
just like, like I was putting this about the prophet. All right, the prophet died, and it's crazy because circa 7 mile later, they say he died at age 43. 4 plus 3 equals 7. It's crazy. And then July in their calendar is the 7th month, but it really was the 4th house. But if you want to correlate 7 and 4, that's 11. You know, master number, yin yang, 2,
Mm-hmm.
1 versus 1. But I let to say, they said the prophet passed in July 20th, 1929. Now that's still a house of Cancer crossing over until Leo, but it's still Cancer though, because he was born, and I broke that down because he was born, he was a Capricorn. You know what I'm saying? So in some form of fashion,
So you said he was a Capricorn.
that's what
Uh,
his birthday January 8th. That's the season of Capricorn.
yeah.
Every house end around the 19th to the 21st.
Which is a water.
Water sign, yeah, and he was a earth sign. You know what I'm saying? Masonry, it's in some form. I ain't just trying to talk about it, but it said it in the book, the Clock of Destiny, and some astrology is masonry.
Mm-hmm. It is.
So it's just like how I correlate, and then like,
I mean, you think about his houses, right?
yeah,
It's building.
yeah, each house
A house
building,
got a house got a pitch and angles on it, right?
yep, what you said. And then you can correlate angles to angels. You flip the L and the E around.
Exactly.
Just on some elementary playing type shit. But
Mm-hmm.
so this right here, July 20th, 1929, right? So I'm gonna pull this up. For people who think astrology ain't so important, the universe in a way kind of makes Sonic in a way, but they just put that term on it. What did it, like you say, what was it called before people start calling it Masonic? Or called themselves Masons? But you understand that you your mother's son. She brought you
Yeah.
forth. She summoned you here so you can nourish what you need to nourish, because it's the sun give life and it nourish. You know what I'm saying? That's
Right.
another thing. Go right back to that astrology, that trust. That sun, the trustee, automatically it gotta nourish everything. While the moon, mother energy, mother, Lemuria,
Mm-hmm.
Lemu. You know what I'm saying? Go to sleep in the daytime. And then when they work for each other, then the sun can go to sleep and then the moon come out for 12 hours. You can correlate this shit any type of way. You correlate it as warehouse work shift, 12-hour shift, whatever. 12, 12. That's 3, 24. 22 and 4. That's 6. You want to get it on there. 2 times 4 is 8.
Look at this. What's 8 times? I mean, what's 8 plus 4? 8
12.
plus 4.
12.
Yeah, that's 12, right?
Would it break down to
All
3?
right. All right. Okay. Hey, you break 24 hours in a day into 8s. You get them what?
Yep.
4 times.
Nah, 3.
No, 3 times. I'm sorry. That's
Yeah,
my
but you
fault.
got it. You going
Yeah.
you heating up. That's that 9 now. You heating up like that 9. That 9 you heating up. You keep heating up and you keep heating up and But the Great Depression, they don't want to say it. The Great Depression though. Let's click on it. Let's just see. Let me see. They got the history. The Great Depression. They say it was from 1929. Now I'm gonna tell you the month. Then I'm gonna get back on what we were talking about the rights, but all this shit go together. I'm just letting the ancestors lead. The Great Depression happened. Cause I mentioned this in my let me see. Say it reached rapid expansion August 29. Stock market crash October 24th. That's like one of the first few days of Scorpio. All right. The prophet died in the house of cancer. They ain't want to let the prophet out the bucket. He was dropping that salt. And you know what I'm saying? But then astrologically, let's just put it in a perspective. Let's just, we just, what I'm saying, universe didn't like this. So we're like, okay, so y'all got rid of one of our prophets. We finna knock some down. Then like in a way, from let's see what you got, August, September, October, like 2 or 3 houses later, low key, say that it dropped. Let me see, the prophet passed July 20th. And then they say that the stock market crashed around, what did it say? October 24th. You see it? Yeah, October 24th, right here, 1929. That's the house of Scorpio.
They got stung.
Exactly. Shit got to falling over.
Yeah.
Shit got to falling over. Hey, what? They all on the ship. They having their little drinks and eating their medium rare ass pork. And hey man, what's wrong with the ship? What? It's falling over, man.
Hey, Scorpio, misery, the unknown, Mercury waters.
I don't know. That's
Ain't
something.
that Neptune?
No. Scorpio is Pluto, which
Pluto. Yeah,
Pluto.
Pluto.
But listen, Pluto is not a planet, it's an asteroid. So what do asteroids do? If they get off course and get in line with something, they hit planets and fuck
Yeah,
shit
they
up.
tear up stuff.
All right, Scorpio, house of life, death, regeneration, and rebirth. Pull that picture up real quick. That's what I'm saying, man. Like, I gotta keep going back to certain little stuff because this shit makes sense. I'm rotating with you. I talked about this in my videos. I'm still posting it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah,
Stuff in my astrology, man.
it's simple. Listen, bro, let me tell you something about this shit. Bro, this one pick I'm finna pull up, and you can go do some other research and books and stuff like this. But this how I look stuff up. When you see these photos loading up, Mo,
Yeah, I don't see it yet. I'm waiting on it.
but you seen it when they load the little photo. You see the screen though, don't you?
Yeah, uh-huh.
Boom, this pick right here. People make this shit, like I say, so hard. Bro, you can study this chart right here. You study this chart right here, you'll be, boy, some degrees up on folks. A good 180. Just little shit, this chart right here, because astrology most of it. See Pluto.
So right.
It's just simple stuff, bro. Because you can go pull up some other stuff. They might say some different words, but you might see a key word. Like if you don't see logic and the communication on the Mercury, you might see perception or intellect. But this one of my favorite little, bro. I drew this chart up one time. But this chart right here, and remembering the signs, the symbols, how to draw. But look, Scorpio, planet of power, life, death, healing, alchemy, obsession, power, transformation. She got to get hit for it to transform. But just simple stuff like this little pick, bro.
Yeah. And see, I'm a mix between Uranus and Saturn.
Yeah, makes sense. You might,
Aquarius.
yeah,
Yeah.
you almost a cusp, but you on the cusp. Like your birthday, like January.
Yeah, January 29th.
Yeah, so you ain't on the cusp, but
No, I'm not on the cusp, nah.
but you still, but people that still like that's born probably 10, 11, 12 degrees, even though they outside the cusp, you can kind of, you still got some you know, still got some little qualities of that every sign got qualities of that previous sign. You know what I'm saying? In some form of fashion, depending on how close and degree they are. You know, like I got a lot of Libra traits because my birthday 9/20. So, you know, Libra start like the 22nd or the 23rd, one of those days. So I'm a Virgo Libra cusp, you know, justice, equality, purity, and balance. You know what I'm saying? Because you think about Libra, you think about the scales of Mayat, you know, 42 ideal laws of Mayat. But yeah, this astrology stuff deep though. It's deep. I just wanted to bring that up for people that, you know, be quick to say astrology and for you. Oh, you know, of course the Moors know, and I'm talking about people that might be,
Right,
you know,
right.
it's a lot of downplay. People be talking about, so when they be speaking on these Moors and stuff, but I be like, I get to the point to where I simply understand why they don't understand it, because I be like, they ain't researching deep enough. So it's like it don't even matter if they is feeling some type of way, they got something to say, it do, but it's like whoever meant to get it gonna get it, and whoever not.
My thing is the very ones, a lot of ones that are foolish enough to say that it ain't useful, but yet they keep time.
They keep what?
They keep time.
Time, calling themselves they sign and all that.
No, they keep time. Whether on a 12 scale or on a 24 scale, they keep time.
Oh, you saying they keep time?
Yeah, time. Time.
Yeah. Okay. I thought you. Okay. You said time.
Yeah, time. They
Mm-hmm.
keep time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't know nobody that ain't keeping time.
Yeah, they holding it too, boy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Somebody that time be having them nerves.
But look, hey, another thing when you saying you keeping time, what are you keeping? Rhythm? You keeping vibration?
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm. You're right.
That pendulum, that pendulum when it goes from one end to the other end. Right? That's keeping time, ain't it? Hey, that's the key. You know, hey, I'm calling out all these things that have to do with the natural law.
Yeah, you said rhythm. See, principle 5 right here, rhythm. You said the pendulum swing.
Yeah, the pendulum, it swings.
Yeah, that's why I was saying, you know, that's what I'm saying, you know.
And it swings from one polarity to the other polarity.
Yep. Just like that. Go ahead, Mo. My bad.
And they're corresponding. You know, I don't care whether you start at the top of that pendulum from one end to the other. It's gonna go to that other, and it's always gonna balance out to the other side.
Mm-hmm.
That's corresponding. Even whether it's slow down or speed up, it's going to the whatever you left off from. That's where it's gonna end up at on the other side.
Most certain. Most certain.
Positive and the negative.
Yeah, and it all correlate.
Yeah.
Like, let me see. They say hermetic, right? All right.
Yep. Hermetic, yeah.
Let me pull some up. Cause bro said this. I was watching one of the YouTube videos. Bro mentioned this. He was speaking on the 7 pillars of wisdom.
Yeah.
All right, so check this out. I'm gonna pull up them 7 pillars.
Yeah, wisdom builds her house on 7 pillars.
Yep. Okay, and then I'm gonna correlate. What else?
That's in Proverbs.
Yeah, this what else I from look up. Come on with all that internet trying to act crazy. We rotate. We're getting too hot now. The internet acting up. Nah, there it go. Let me see. All right. You just spoke on it or whatever. We're gonna pull that up. Let me see. Let's see. Pillars. Bible. 7 pillars of wisdom. Bible. Construction. 7 pillars. Yeah, wisdom is 7 pillars. Purity, peace, whatever. Well, then again, it's 7 pillars. They can mention it, but I'm just gonna correlate that with the 7 hermetic principles, right? So check this out. All right, that's wisdom, right? So
Yeah.
I'm gonna do this. Metric definition. Her metric or her metric.
Yeah. Metric.
Her metric. Based meter
Yeah.
as a unit of length relating. We using all these principles of wisdom. Men are we the left brain, we the knowledge, but we using the wisdom. You know, they say you got to take the wisdom to apply what you know.
Mm-hmm.
We
Yeah.
taking these methods of wisdom and we using them and we measuring out everything in the universe, correlating to where it talk about the tools, the workshop of the mind, you know, the tool, you know, chopping off, you know, the loose end, and you know what I'm saying, keeping everything within the bounds of righteousness.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Keep it
hermetic.
symmetrical.
Yeah, metric, her metric. You know, just
Look, symmetrical.
I love that metric is, boy. That's
Yeah.
what's that? That's like a suffix, ain't it?
Yeah. Yeah. That's
like a
a
suffix,
measuring
ain't it?
tool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Origin, what it say? Shit, metric. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, this stuff is it ain't nothing. It's simple, man. It ain't got to be so hard. You know, it ain't got to be loud either. You know, a lot more be out here yelling.
Nah.
They be
Yeah.
yelling.
You shouldn't have to. Yeah. You shouldn't have to yell that out, man. Hey, man can't get that. And he just ain't ready.
Saying like,
What they say, leave a fool where he is.
yeah. What was I want to bring up in this circle cell? I think I want to bring up the first chapter when you was talking about time. When you were talking about time, they
Mm-hmm.
said that in the intro, something about time. Say something about time. Time, people man use time. I might have been reading it out one of them little pamphlets I was reading, but you know, time never was and man was not. You know, man, like you say, people try to use, like you say, they hold time, and you is hold time and rhythm. You right about that, but some people they just that Saturn energy just had them too stuck on time. Like you know, they just like
Mm-hmm.
if time meant something, all these days wouldn't be flying by as fast as they is. You know what I'm saying? You want to
Right.
be technical, but when you get into that mind state, what it say? What it say? 1,000 days on earth is like a day in heaven.
Yeah.
Your mind get to rotating in this information and get to rotating. Time just speed up. It's like your mind going another dimension. Like you know how them times you look at a clock, it be 9:15, and then you look back at it, it might be like 10:07. You might be like, man, what? Like,
What a
man,
time though.
yeah, it seemed like about 10 minutes ago, you know what I'm saying? When I looked at the clock, it was 9:15. How I get to 10:03? And I was mentioning this with one of this lady I know named Rhonda L. She got a
Mm-hmm.
she got a podcast called Truth Uncompromised on YouTube. Uh, she had mentioned that to me when I was talking. When I was saying the same thing to her. You know, it's always good to rotate with a feminine energy. You know what I'm saying? Especially a
Right.
divine feminine energy. You know what I'm saying? Because and we and I, you know, when you're more you walking upright, you understand this stuff 360, 720. You know, you walking you in divine nature. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what we are a part of. We come from that. So it's always good to correlate it with a woman. But as I said that, she was like it's little stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? She was like stuff like that when you open a dimension or another portal. You know what I'm saying? Because you got your mind so deep into, you know, to what you're, to what you into, like this information. Uh, it was something I read in the Quran about time. Oh God. What it say time never was and man was not. In time, what it say? Finite things cannot comprehend things infinite. Is time where the concept of time come from? Is that man made?
It would have to be.
Wow, okay. You know, I just wanted to know, you know. But anyway though, Mo, boy, we got there, but that's what you want to do. We're supposed to be doing. So to just naturally rotate like that. Say for whoever on any color of law, back to that situation. Cause bro, it's so much stuff these folks be violating out here. Just getting back on that law tip. So much stuff that they violating out here. And really, as long as you got your references right and you challenge them to give you a response, what can they really say? It said, to who under any color of law, statute, ordinance, regulation, or custom willfully subjects any person in state, territory, commonwealth, possession, addition to the privation of any rights, privileges, or immunity secured or protected by the Constitution or laws of the United States, or to different punishments, pains, or penalties on account of such person being an alien or by reason of his color. And we ain't no color though. See, that's they trying to see anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Or race, then well, we are a race, the Asiatic race, but that color, most definitely we're not. Then are prescribed for the punishment of citizens shall be found under this title of imprisonment not more than 1 year or both, and a bodily injury results in the acts committed in a violation of this section, or if such acts include the use, attempting use, or threatened use of dangerous weapons, explosives, fire shall be fined under this title or imprisoned not more than 10 years or both, and if death results from acts committed in the violation of this section, or if such acts include kidnapping or an attempt to kidnap, aggravated sexual abuse, or an attempt to commit aggravated sexual abuse, or an attempt to kill, shall be found under this title or in prison for any term, years of life, or both, or may be sentenced to death. But still, this is what they doing. Like they do this all the time. Then when they pulling you over. But this is why people that be trying to say that paperwork ain't important. You damn skippy. You use a lie. Something wrong with you. You think this paperwork ain't important because and then like they say, all right, when it say the privation of any rights, privileges, or immunity secured or protected by the Constitution or laws of the United States. All right, what rights we got that's secured by the Constitution that you might know of,
Human right.
right?
Right to travel.
What else? That too. Yeah.
Right, right. Hey, right to assemble or not assemble.
But what could you pinpoint? You said human rights. Let's go to the human rights. You just said it. I got it right here. I got it right here. Hold on, just a second. Okay. Just a second.
You have a right to a nationality.
Yep, it say that. It say that in the direct. I think it said in this Declaration Rights of the Child, and it said in the United Nations Declaration Rights of Indigenous Peoples, and they got an American Declaration Rights of Indigenous Peoples. You don't hear too many people reference that, but just like what I was saying, everything is based from something. I was saying it in my video, like how the state constitution is based from the Constitution of the North American continent. You see what I'm saying? The Constitution,
Right.
the Constitution of the North American continent got to be in line with these international principles too.
It's all connected.
It's all connected, people. You know what I'm saying? And this is why I mentioned, I'm gonna keep saying this. The prophet said you must declare, or what he say, you must declare your nationality. You think he said that for a reason? You think he mentioned us being taking our place amongst the affairs of men? You think he said all that for no reason? Like for people that just, no, this stuff gets very deep. If you don't have no correct identity, you cannot be protected by this stuff. Just a second. Violate rights. You can just hit them with all that. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, if you come up in a situation and you got your paper, even if you wasn't conscious at that time, you can always go back and reference, okay, well, at that point of time when this happened, I was not aware. Now that I'm aware, fully aware that, under this right or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Everyone is what this say, Article 2, human right. Everyone is entitled to all rights and freedom set forth in this declaration without distinction of any kind, such as race, color, sex, language, religion, political or other opinion, national or social origin, property, birth, or other status. Furthermore, no distinction shall be made based on the basis of political, jurisdictional, or international status of the country or territory to which a person belongs, whether it be independent, trust, say it again, independent, trust, non-self governing, or under any other limitation of sovereignty. Everyone has the right to life, liberty, and security of persons. No one shall be held in slavery or servitude. Slavery and slave trade shall be prohibited in all their forms. Oh my God. Must I keep going? This is why I would shout out to Taj Tariq Bey once again, and everybody that was with him to help put his movement together. This is why when you get on RV Bey, these treaties are called the Forgotten Scrolls. It's a reason for that. All these treaties got sauce in them. Just put a little modern day swag with it, or whatever you want to call it. It got sauce in it. A lot of sauce. Like the kitchen should be if you're knocking all these cans of sauce over, you should have a lot of hell of a cleaning up to do. When you start looking at all this sauce, you get to seeing how they spilling shit everywhere. You get to reading this sauce. You gotta clean the sauce, organize it, and you gotta put it back in the jar. Cause they spilling sauce. They spilling sauce, by the way, that they took all these millenniums and years to strip us from even wanting to read. And then try to get out here and say shit like, oh, well, black people don't read. Okay, your goddamn forefathers and foremothers and some of our people, if I want to talk about this, that wanted to start making money off the poor, since the poor was in the mental condition to take care of themselves. You know what I'm saying? Like, what is it? Ask one of the rules. Bro mentioned this. Yeah, it pretty much it's something they pretty much say. So, setting rules. But long story short, people who can't govern themselves they gotta be governed by somebody or something gotta govern.
That's how the game go.
And that's that Great Depression shit that I was mentioning. That's that Great Depression shit because it's like everybody got so lazy. You got the end. It's like a sequence. All right, we had everything. All right, the dark side of our people. Somebody from the inside go take all these years and make a little group of make his own whatever. You know what I'm saying? Creatures or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Then this little shit he made, they get the mating and shit. Then these motherfuckers get to look. The women get to looking good. And then you get off your square. You get off your mental state. You get off your crown chakra. You drop down to your root chakra. You drop. That's the drop right there. The fall from heaven is from your crown chakra to your root.
Start lusting.
Yeah, start lusting. Now you off your square because you can't think straight. Your upper head can't think straight because your lower head, he talking to you. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's deep. You get to doing all that. Everybody get lazy, and then like it's just that's where it goes.
When you think about it, man, when you start laying down too much,
yeah,
you don't be wanting to do nothing.
I want to do shit. If you getting the energy, if you was by yourself and you was on point move and you was going to the gym, and I'm taking this person, I'm speaking on this person because I know I didn't
agree with you.
I didn't indulge. You know what I'm saying? You get the moving around and you was on point. So you got your nice look schedule going. Okay, this don't go. You got so much stuff you can do. I'm gonna go to the gym. Let me say, I went to the gym the other day at 4:30. I waited a day. I'm gonna go to the gym at 8 o'clock this morning. Now, so I get my body a little rest. You know what I'm saying? You got your everything going. You got this certain time. You go check on this, or you might go to the park and feed the dogs. You got a whole little schedule. Then you fuck with this one person, right?
Mm-hmm.
Your whole shit get threw off. You a
All the
planet.
way.
You a
Yeah.
planet. You a planet, right? Ain't in a way. If you want to correlate, you are a
A
small.
planet.
Yeah, you a smaller. You a smaller piece of. You a smaller piece of some macro, a micro, or the macro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, okay,
You
you a star.
you had a projectile or you had a projection of your life.
That's what I'm saying. But what I'm getting at is
Yeah.
you a planet, and then somebody who not even on your level, they come through like they hit like an asteroid, and
Asteroid.
you want to get
Yeah.
like on some planet Saturn shit. They start you start restricting yourself because you blinded by this. You think you got you a little star right here in front of you. The whole time, this motherfucker full of dust. This little planet full of dust ain't worth nothing. I ain't bullshit. I'm talking about I ain't worth shit.
Right.
I ain't worth shit. You like what I stop for? But you didn't they done drain so much of your energy so smooth. Now your ass off course. Just like a planet. I'm not saying Mercury. Mercury a fast moving planet. And my planet move, I move. That's what I say. Just a little simple correlation. But as my planet move, I move. So it's like that's how she be going out here. It's all astrological in a sense. You was a moving atom, and then another bullshit atom stopped you, got in your way, and you let it throw you off track. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh man, I do this. God, you know what I'm saying? It's like it ain't funny, but it's funny because you know what I'm saying. You move faster now, but that's just how it be going, Mo. Like that's just how it be going, man. But that's how it is. These people hit. You know what I'm saying? And we got the intermingle and you fell off your square. You know what I'm saying? And then the people who probably fail, it always start from the inside. You know what I'm saying? You got this
Right.
person, he dealing with this Englishman daughter. He like how she look. And then the Englishman, he come through there, he, slick in like the devil, grinning and shit. You know how the devil come, he come grinning and smiling and shit like something funny. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Elijah Muhammad and them, Nation of Islam for their perception of how they look or whatever. Just as me, just as a respect as a more, you know what I'm saying? It gets way deeper than like how we breaking it down now, you know. But most certainly devil come in smiling to you. Now he gonna use the fact that you messing with his daughter against you. All right, you need to tell me every stronghold, the person who know the maps, I need to know where they at on some Judas shit. There it go. That's how it go right there. That's how universe fall. Cause some shit like that. Now you done lost memory of everything. You draining yourself. You don't remember none of these treaties. Nothing that protects you.
Hey,
You don't even give a fuck about Reed because you so lusted out. She putting that mouth on you. She
hey,
got you going
hey,
crazy.
hey, you like a baby. Hey, you
For real.
drunk. You milk drunk like a baby.
Yeah.
Milk drunk.
Yeah. Or what I'm saying. But this milk it's really spoiled, but you ain't gonna know till you realize
Heck yeah.
how far off you is. Yeah, Article 15, everyone has a right to nationality. No one shall arbitrarily be deprived of his nationality, nor denied the right to change his nationality. Now would Ali come up talking about that talking nationality and shit, he get knocked off. But whatever they said happened to him. But we know it was some inside shit. Cause in a way, these brothers, these certain prophetic people, they be part of these certain brotherhoods or corporations or whatever you want to call them. Because all these brotherhoods, they
And what do
corporate.
arbitrarily mean?
But these brotherhoods, you get part of these brotherhoods and you take this shit and you get to realize they bullshitting and race based on random choice or personal win rather than any reason or system. Meaning really low key, you shouldn't even be cause shit, a lot of people was in a way on the threat, duress, and career. What happened with the Great Depression? When they come up with these titles, black and colored and shit. Cause when you look up all these classifications, every year, 1920s, 30s, 40s, 50s are different classifications. When people got to accepting them classifications, that's what shit was at. When people
Mm,
turned their gold in, all this shit makes sense. Everybody talks about it. All the main Moors talk about the gold and silver shit. It's just if you are more, you know what I'm saying, you gotta understand we was 360. Like, how you gonna be so skilled in this in literature, but you ain't like or whatever, or skilled in how the temple go. But when we get talking about the start, oh no, we gonna keep it down. We ain't gonna go too far up there. What's up with this limitation shit? I'm not liking this.
mm.
I want everybody around me to know what I know.
Yeah, they should,
It's
man.
just
I mean,
it's just like dope boys. If everybody
so
get money, can't nobody fall off. Cause one can lean on the other.
right.
Same thing with knowledge and information. Go ahead, Mo. You was gonna chime in. I ain't mean to cut you off.
No. You go ahead, you flowing. But you right though, man. I don't get it myself. I mean, I like being around somebody that I can sharpen my iron with, or somebody that has a desire to gain understanding. It's gonna be one way or the other. You know, I look at myself and being in put two positions at all times: a student, you know, and a teacher. Just depends.
They both polarity. What you mean?
Yeah, at the
They
same
one
time.
they the same thing with similar in degree. One passing on the information and one taking. And then when the one that's taking in the information gets so skilled, he can move up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All this shit squared up. You got your position in the temple, you got your square, you go to these jobs, they sit in the cubicle, a position of office. It's all this shit squared up.
Mm-hmm.
It's squared up. So it's like,
What they always say, hey, y'all gonna square up? You gonna look from eye to eye? You gonna look from one side to the other side?
mhm.
Can you look yourself in the mirror? That's squaring up. Can you square up with yourself?
Angle to angle, because we both made a
Yeah,
different angles. We both made a different angles and degrees.
yeah.
Mhm. What is it? Length. What is it? Length, angles, and width.
Length times width.
Nah, I'm talking about another acronym for law. Length, angle, and width.
Off of law.
Yeah, length, like the mathematic length, angle, and
Oh,
width.
oh yeah, law. Yeah,
Measuring shit out.
right.
And then when you understand all that, you understand how everything that they created, they got it from us. You gotta
Right.
remember, we created that shit for them so they keep themselves in square, in check.
Hey, what do you measure something out with? A ruler.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. That's why when Slick Rick called himself Rick the Ruler, is deeper than that. He got a
Yeah.
one eye, he got a patch on, he got one eye. And he called himself Rick the Ruler.
Mm.
The old MCs, they was shooting that shit to us. Now shit's so crazy to where motherfucker don't want to say nothing. Because, at one point in time, this music was being used against us. Mm-hmm. So much stuff they violate. So much stuff they violate. I so many. I can go so deep into it. But yeah, Mo. It's just this little stuff like this. Here you go, right here. Boom, Arkansas Constitution. I went down to the courtroom one day, just messing around. I think I,
Hmm.
I think I went to that courtroom. I was trying to see, how everything go.
Yeah.
I ended up finding out where you register your trust at. They tell you the first page a certain amount, and after that, all the other pages is this. You know what I'm saying? The shit, I was just looking around and I asked them about the Constitution, and they told me, yeah, well, you can just pull it off the website, and if you go to court, you can just, you can mention it. If it suits you, they're gonna sue again.
Yeah.
There go that suit again. If it suits you, if it dresses up to what you're presenting, uniform commercial code, dressing up, commerce. They dress up a court case, my bad. Dress up a court case to generate some taxes, putting their little secret accounts and stuff. What was that? I about remember. It's the Arkansas Constitution now. We in our state. They took an oath to uphold it.
Mm-hmm.
So we gonna use it against you. This the defense. This is what I be saying. This the defense.
And see, they don't be wanting you to bring up the U.S. Constitution, but what that Arkansas Constitution talk about?
Yeah, that's what I'm. But see, that's why. Shout out to bro. You gotta look up the shit in your own state. And I took it upon my. One day I was sitting, I was chilling. I said, bro, let me look up our Constitution here. Let me look up ours. Fuck all that old. Look up the. Let me look up because every state constitution you could use another state's. But every state got their own. So why not look up the one you in? What them bonds at? What was it? What was it, bro? These amendments. What was it, bro? I'm trying to see. It was. I'm trying to see. No, it wasn't. Let me see. Regulate practice of law, city libraries. No, it was. What was it? Chapter 18, section 21. It was like chapter 21, section 18 about these oath for officers. I'm gonna slow it up because this will probably pop up. We got this the defense. Oath for office. Son of a, they told me I was gonna be scared. Article 19, miscellaneous provision. All right, yes, sir. They said I was gonna be scared with this. Come to the courtroom laughing at the judge. You done fucked up now. But nah, we want to stay out of court. Definitely. But if you gotta make it appearing, put that work in. Right here, 20, oath for office. This what it was on section 19, chapter 19, section 20, oath for office. Senators, representatives, and all judicial, executive, state, and county officers, and all other officers, both civil and military, before entering the duties of their respective offices, their square. They're going to square again. Their respective offices of their respective offices shall take and subscribe to the following oath of affirmation. I, whoever they doing business as, or they natural name, do solemnly swear or affirm that I will support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Arkansas, and that I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of upon which I'm about to enter. It's the Arkansas Constitution now. It's the Arkansas Constitution. It's what we get.
You see, they said the Constitution of the United States first.
Because what I just say, they all gotta base it from that. They all do. So some defenses, let me go back to the Declaration of Human Rights about this right to travel. Let's look up this right to travel. Because everybody got a lot of different things to say about that. But if you do your paperwork right, shit, and put these folks on notice. Even when you put some on file, put some on notice, you need to get them a notice that you put some on notice. Damn the bullshit. I'm not playing, Mo, for real. I'm just sitting up here because it's like what you need to look, because they sitting up in there taking no, Mo, it's war. This is verbal. This is war words and paper wars. Yeah. This is shipping. When you send some paperwork out, they say you shipping something.
Yeah.
You shipping through the earth. You shipping through the water. Sending the ship. Why would they even play with the concept of you making a paper plane? Because even that's shipping. A plane is shipping people from one geographical location to another.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, why would they put that right in your face in elementary school, not even telling you what they?
Hey, look,
what they
And
really
then what they
saying.
call it, an airport.
Huh?
They call it an airport.
Airport. Port is the second thing for transport. That's a suffix to transport. And you think of, transportation or just some,
Yeah.
yeah. What I from look up? What I say I from look up? I'm looking for the American Declaration Rights of Indigenous Peoples now. Because if they got an American Declaration Rights of Indigenous Peoples, that means they probably got a African Declaration Rights of Indigenous Peoples. They probably got Asian Declaration Rights of Indigenous Peoples. Man, this information right here. Look here. So you gotta know the past, know the future. I'm looking for the American Declaration of Rights of Indigenous Peoples. I think I got it in my document. Cause man, listen here. Let's just see what it say about that travel. Cause then they was mentioning it to me talking about some next year you gotta have some shit about a real ID. What is they talking about? You been cause I don't watch no TV. You been hearing something about a real ID or something wrong. Know what that is. Talking about some if you want to travel, that's federal. What she say? That's federal. Little mama tell me that earlier when I registered my car. Here you go, right here, boom, in my face. Saying something about if you want to travel or fly. Yeah, that's why you think I'm spending hundreds of dollars trying to get my vehicle right. I ain't got to go through that flying if everything right, everything healthy on my vehicle. I don't give a damn about driving. I know how to crash and sleep in the truck. I got to pull over in a certain city, get a room, I will. One thing about it, the turtle always gonna win the race. Fuck around trying to jack and jump on that plane if you want to, and that bitch gets shot down.
Dang, right there it says American Declaration of Rights of Indigenous People.
That's what this is.
Civil rights, America, Indigenous people, legal status, laws, etc. America.
Look at them, y'all. Mo on it. Don't play with them. I just had it up.
So which order are we going in?
I don't know, but hey, you see how saucy it is. You might hear some people mention it, but you don't see too many people go in it. We ain't
Right.
got we ain't, but time don't exist, but in that form, we ain't got nothing but time. We ain't got nothing but time to talk about this. Nothing
So
but.
was this adopted?
You said, was it adopted?
Yeah.
Said it again. What you mean?
Was this ratified?
Hold on. Let's look it up. Since you asked me about it. We're gonna look it up. We ain't gonna just talk off the top of our head like we gonna look it up. Ain't that right, Mo?
Already.
Come on with that little side box over there. I didn't hear the side box over. You want to pull that up? Okay, that's the PDF. IndianLaw.org. They talking about Indian. They quick to say that. Ratified what you said. Ratified in June 2016. The Organization of American States ratified going to the thing that's saying in them. Next about U.S. There it goes. USA from the American people.
So who is these American states?
I would hope. They ain't saying the U.S. states. They not saying this. They not saying the U.S. You didn't see nothing about no U.S. in there, did you? Did we? Let me go back to it. It might have said so.
Nope.
Yeah, don't say nothing about no U.S. So this got to be for the Republic. First of all, when you're indigenous, you're Republican anyway. Because for us to be indigenous, that means everybody in our nation we provide for ourselves and our people as a collective, like how the Mexicans do. You hit these Mexicans with this law, with these laws and shit right here. Oh, wait. You talking about, boy? You talking
Yeah.
about crashing, sick corporate bullshit systems. You get them with this. But let me see. Say about no US. Let me see. What it say? It's adopted in 2007. Now here it go. American Declaration of Rights in June 2016, the Organization of the American States, OAS, ratified the American Declaration of Rights of the Indigenous People, a human rights instrument akin to the UN DRIP, United Nations Declaration of Rights of Indigenous People. It recognizes a suit, there you go again, of human and civil rights relative to the first peoples of America. I
What
mean,
their World Bank policy is. Go back to their World Bank policy.
you say what?
World Bank policy on indigenous people.
Uh-oh. Oh, yeah. So you trying to turn up, Mo. Let me go on zoom in on it. You trying to turn up, Mo. Let's go on zoom in on it. Since you mentioned it, we gonna zoom in on it. World Bank policy. All right. Let me see. Oh, let me see. No, it must say a policy or something. OB or OP/BP 4.10. Indigenous people underscores the need for World Bank borrowers and staff to identify indigenous peoples, consult with them, ensure that they participate in and benefit from the bank funded operations in a culturally appropriate way, and aims to ensure that adverse impacts on them are avoided or where not feasible, minimized or mitigated. Under the policy, the World Bank promulgates the the principle of free, prior, and informed consultation, FPIC. The USA currently engages in FBIC relative to the multilateral bank proposals. As USA develops an internal policy towards indigenous people, FBIC will be part of that direct. Click on. So they get deeper than that. Oh, okay, it says, get me a PDF. Let's say go to link. Come on, don't hide that information.
Hey, but that's a US, that's an official website.
Yeah, I was gonna say USA. Yeah, it look like it. It don't look like no blog site to me. Cause you can definitely tell. Look at all the credits it got set up like a real website. Ain't no blog website. They might, but ain't no bullshit website gonna go through all no trouble. Like this is like a real website. Join, act,
Right.
partner, commit, connect. Facebook got all the links to how to reach out to them, get involved, stay connected. Gender equality and women's empowerment. I mean, I'm gonna definitely do some research on this website myself and read up in it. But we pulled this up to see about that American Declaration on the Rights of Indigenous Peoples, and hey, it said it ratified. Answers your question, Mo.
Yeah,
I ain't answering it. It answers. It
it
answers.
answers.
I don't want to answer nothing. I just want to take it away. Well, what can answer it for you? Let's see. Kind of this was what they call it. Beginning of a trust, the preamble, declaration of trust in a way. Bearing in mind, you mentally competent. Section 1.
It says self-identification.
Ooh, you said I'm a what? You said I'm a U.S. citizen. I beg not. I beg to differ. That's a violation.
Whether individually or collectively.
It stood out to you, didn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Stood out to you. Why you gotta? I say you gotta be
Yeah,
understanding.
get that right there. Article
Oh,
4.
you say what?
Article 4 right there.
Say hold it.
Read what do Article 4 say?
You see it? You want to read it?
Yeah, it says nothing in this declaration may be interpreted as implying for any state, people, group, or person any right to engage in any activity or to perform any act contrary to the Charter of the Organization of American States or the Charter of the United Nations, or construed as authorizing or encouraging any action which would dismember or impart, totally or in part, territorial integrity or political unity of sovereign and independent states.
Mm-hmm. See, they got some gender equality, indigenous women. Okay. Juridical personality and respecting indigenous forms of organization. Personality.
Look, rejection of assimilation,
What that word mean? Assimilation.
not to intermingle.
Mm-hmm. For real?
Yeah, it means choosing not to amalgamate. Same thing.
For real?
Not,
Ooh,
yeah,
you sure? You see, take in cause to resemble liking. Yeah, you right though. You're right. So what they say? Let me see.
amalgamate is pretty much the same thing.
Yeah, rejection of assimilation. Yeah, yeah. They do that shit so secretly though. But this is what's crazy though. They get everybody to where they don't want to read, and then they make all these people engage into some shit. Don't get them no full disclosure. So then when people do wake up, they can sit up there and say, "Oh, well, you did it with you gave us consent." Well, really, they didn't tell you that you was giving them consent to doing all that, but that's what they'll try to pop back at you with you and say that. It's crazy. Texting against them and say,
What they say, indigenous people had a right to not do what? Articles 12. Article 12.
guaranteed. Mm-hmm.
Indigenous people had a right to not be the object of racism, racial discrimination, uh, exophobia, or related intolerance. States shall adopt the preventative and corrective measures necessary for the full and effective protection of that right.
Violation. Hold on. What Amendment for the Constitution say? What it say? Don't it say something about our rights before the adoption of this Constitution?
What's that?
The Constitution. That's what I had put the Constitution up for.
Yeah, all treaties
That's what they
and
saying.
contracts. Yeah, all treaties and contracts that was formulated before the Constitution.
So it's like, yeah, I'm trying to see what's up about this. They talking about some remote. Okay, we ain't worried about that education or indigenous spirituality. Oh, that teaches customs to carry them out in public and private, whether individual collected, non-indigenous people. These are defense mechanisms that people should have. Now, even me, I don't know this stuff off the head, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I rather instead of me sitting up here having this information, I rather pass it out to the next. and rotate with the next person, and you know what I'm saying, build a pyramid off of it. That's what you're supposed to do. But so much stuff that they be violating, but they don't. But even the people that they be hiring, they don't understand what a person being indigenous is. But when by the time they find out, they got a problem with it because they are part of a fraternal order, police, so they part of this little society, little clansmen or whatever they want to call themselves. You know, I ain't pinpoint no names, but whatever. But you know, but even then, I can say what I want to say because we say right here, rights, and freedom of expression and thought. And this is how I feel about y'all. Shit.
Right. So how in the world how
Yeah.
can
What?
you ever have disorderly conduct? Like
Yeah.
disorderly
Yeah.
conduct to what government? To
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like you sitting up here treating me like an enemy of my own land, but that's why I say put they when you put them ass on notice, you put them on notice about what you put them on notice about. That's why all this shit go hand in hand. That's why I say all it in it in your in our judicial proclamations. It correlate with this, the United Nations Declaration of Rights of Indigenous. We correlate with all that. All this shit correlate. Self-autonomy is exercising their right to self-determination, have the right to self-autonomy or self-government in matters related to their internal and local affairs, whether it's ways and means for finance, their autonomous functions. Indigenous people have the right to maintain and develop their own decision-making institutions. Whoa. So you tell me I could start something like Professor Xavier? Think that's him, like a little, for some mutants or something like that.
and see, my thing is, if you have a right to develop, what are you doing while you developing it? You catch what I'm getting at?
Yeah, break it down.
Like if I'm developing something, I don't have something already, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's in development.
Mm-hmm.
So if I still have a right to self-autonomy
Mm-hmm.
while I'm developing, why are you trying to say that I'm a part of you?
Yep. That's what I'm saying. That's that
You know what
confusion.
I'm saying? We talking about putting stuff on file and all this and putting people on notice. So
Right.
do I need to put you on notice that I'm developing my corporate, whatever, my tribe?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's that what I'm saying. But do you see why? You see how simple? You see why understanding these treaties, how simple that could be a defense mechanism? You get what I'm saying? You see why?
Mhm.
Just knowing is under overstanding this stuff. Like, this is why this stuff is important. What it say? Indigenous law and jurisdiction. We going back to Kemet, ain't we?
Mm.
I'm just saying, say indigenous law. Everything
Yeah, my
anything our ancestors had, man, it was indigenous to what they got going on. Cause we come from that, and what they say, what our forefathers and foremothers are,
we
we
are also,
without a doubt.
or contradiction.
See, so it's like she go one of many ways, man. It's sugar but spice. It's sweet, but then we getting that cut. You know what I'm saying? About this, right? We're gonna see what they're talking about. The treaties agreements, recognition, enforcement of treaties. And man, the list goes on.
Look, what they say, constructive arrangement.
Arrangements concluded with states or their successors in accordance with their true spirit and intent and good faith to have states honor and respect saying states shall give due consideration to the understanding of the indigenous people as regards to treaty agreements and other constructive arrangements. This is why the proclamations, the Moorish proclamation, and in them states that they are, this is why understanding that is important. But you gotta be moving in operation. Well, how we is now with this tribal business, we most definitely can push that, use that as a defense mechanism now. The proclamation that's on file with the mayor or whatever. This for anybody in the state that might got a proclamation. But this is why putting yourself on file, doing your own paperwork, letting you declare your nationality. doing it your own, doing it on your own versus, or hey, if you do have somebody do it for you, however it go. This is why it's important versus doing that court order shit. And what you're talking about. Once you type up your own paperwork and you put a certified number on it, you just turned that into an instrument.
Mm-hmm.
You just turned that to a whole instrument. That's like a weapon. You see what I'm saying? It's just like it's like crazy, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just how deep it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sitting up here making this video, and these homeless, fucking junkie fugleroids up here at this McDonald's trying to walk up and really low key ask for some shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? These little whatever you want to call them, like, that's what I'm saying. Y'all, they did all this shit, try to do our people, try to put drugs in our neighborhood, take people's mind off what's really important, like the land and the states and shit like that. Do all that, then this shit backfire on y'all people. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's that
Yeah.
that's that distraction shit. Negative side of the ethers. I don't feed into it. Negative side of the ethers. We talking about some information. Negative side of the ethers don't like it. They want to send some little distraction shit like that. It's not that serious. Like, it's not that serious at all. But anyway, back to this. Indigenous people had the right to maintain, strengthen their distinctive spiritual, cultural, material relationship with their lands, territories, and resources, and to uphold their responsibilities to preserve them for themselves and for future generations. Indigenous peoples had the right to lands, territories, and resources which they had traditionally owned, occupied, or otherwise used or acquired. Indigenous peoples had the right to own, use, develop, and control the lands, territories, and resources that they possess by reason of traditional ownership or other traditional occupational use, as well as those by which they have otherwise acquired. States shall give legal recognition and protection to these lands, territories, resources. Such recognition shall be conducted with due respect the customs, traditions, and land tenure systems of the indigenous people concerned. Indigenous people had the right to legal recognition of the various and particular modalities and forms of property and possession and ownership of their lands, territories, and resources in accordance with the legal system of each state and the relevant international instruments, which is what we read out of. State shall establish special regimes appropriate for such recognition and for or regimes appropriate for such recognition and for their effective demarcation or titling. Remember they talked about the demarcation line. Let me go back. Let me go
Mm-hmm.
back to the Circle 7. I'm gonna say I think it was chapter 47. Talking about the demarcation line. I think they was talking about
Right.
I gotta have that Circle 7 open, man. I always gotta have. Let me see, beginning of Christianity. Okay, that's there.
Hey Mo,
Go ahead.
I don't want to cut off the post, but I gotta get me some rest for tomorrow.
It's all good, man. But look, we was rotating. We was
Yeah.
rotating. It's good.
I'm
It's one.
enjoying myself.
Yeah, we nipped it in the bud. You know, whatever. We nipped it in the bud. I'm definitely
I appreciate the bill.
hey, same to you. I appreciate the time, you know, you know, yeah, man, go on, get you some rest, man. You know what I'm saying? And just get back with me.
All right. Peace and love.
Peace and love, Mo. It's long, man.
Long.
All right. Yeah, that was my boy Michael, man. He was on here, but man, I would just rotate with him about some little personal stuff, and it just led into a video. But just like I said, man, you gotta understand, read these treatises. Gotta understand them. They help hold a lot of weight, hold a lot of everything. Like you say. That's why the prophet came with all this. He came up with a literature to line us back in and get us under the protection of them international law. But yeah, peace and love and light, Islamism. Y'all have a grand night. Rest up.